Hey, what's up, it's Hugo here. Today I'm going to show you how to get a black or at least dark menu bar for macOS 10 Lion. So let's get right into it. In the description of this video you find a download link. Go ahead and paste that into your browser and you will be taken to this website. Now if you scroll down a bit, you should be able to find this Obsidian menu bar download. So you have to download these files before we can get started. Now one thing to note before you download them is to read the note under it. It clearly says do not install on any other version than 10.7 till 10.7.2. Now depending on when you're watching this might change, but I just want to let you know that you should check that before downloading it. And if you do not know which version you're currently on, it's really easy. Just click on the Apple logo on the top left of the screen and click on About This Mac, and you should be able to see your version right there under the Apple logo there. So for me it's 10.7.2, so it will definitely work since it says so right here. So go ahead and click on this little download button here, and this will start downloading the DMG file. Now once you finish downloading the DMG file, a little window should pop up automatically. If it doesn't do that automatically, simply go to your downloads folder and click on the DMG file, and we'll do exact same. Now here we have a few things. We have the goodies folder where you have an extra wallpaper that he made if you want to take a look at that. And we also have the Restore OS 10 menu bar, which is always great to have. I always recommend having a backup of that because it just restores everything, at least for the menu bar, to the default files. And it's always good to have, you know, something goes wrong, you know, you can always go back that way. But if you want to go ahead and install the dark menu bar, simply double click Obsidian menu bar and an installer will pop up, and simply go through the installer. Now one thing to you know, keep in mind, you might want to check this out on the second part, the readme part. You have a changelog, and here you'll be able to see if again you have the correct version and if the menu bar is compatible with your current version. So you know, just you know, be sure to check that before installing anything. And then simply click on the continue and enter your password, and will automatically install for you, which is really cool. You don't need to go to any kind of folder deep down in your hard drive. That's really cool. So it automatically does that for you simply by entering your password. So that's pretty cool. Just wait a few minutes and you should be all good. Now once it finished installing, go ahead and close this window, and there's a few things you want to do before this actually works. Go ahead and go to your system preferences by going on the Apple again and clicking on system preferences, and go ahead and under desktop and screensaver you might want to make sure that translucent menu bar is unchecked, and you'll notice, boom, your menu bar will become dark, which is pretty cool. Now there's a few other things you also want to do. Another things you want to do in general is uncheck the use LCD font smoothing when available. Now this is optional, you don't need to do it, but it does look a little sharper in my opinion, and it does look pretty good. So do keep in mind what you change in the system preference menu. In case you want to go back to the original menu bar, you have to re-enable these settings, or at least I'd recommend it. You don't actually have to, but you know, just to have your settings back to default. Now another thing you might want to do is change your clock color. As you can see, the current clock you have here at the top right is dark, and it's on a dark menu bar, so it's kind of annoying because you can't read the time. Now I personally don't use the clock that much, so I don't really mind, but go ahead and check out the description again, and it will bring you to this web page, and you can go ahead and download this application called Meridian. Now it says here Meridian 3.3.8. Go ahead and click on that to download the version for macOS 10 Lion. Now once you finish downloading that, again, it's a little application. You can just start off the installer. It should automatically pop up for you, but if it doesn't, once again, go to your downloads folder and click on the Meridian DMG file, and this will pop up here. Go ahead and just go through the installation process, and here you have the little Meridian app. Now go ahead and drag that to your applications folder and launch it up. Now once you start off Meridian, you have a few extra options you might want to check out. Now I'll leave that to you. I'm really just going to show you how to change the color of it, but I highly recommend you leave those three checked, and then you have to enter your password. Now simply to change the color of the clock, go ahead and click on time color here and bring it to white. And you'll notice here that the timer is white. Now you can choose any other color, actually, it doesn't matter as long as it's readable. And you can also change the date here if you want to in some other color, for example greenish or pink, or you know, whatever you want. You can go ahead and do that. You can also choose the fonts to whatever you want, so you can have your favorite font there. Now if you want to remove the clock, the timer, and the stopwatch at the edge of your screen, it's pretty easy. Simply go to clocks, select the clocks you want to remove and click on minus. Click on close, and you'll notice I'll just close all of them, and do the same for the timers here. Just select those, close them, and the stopwatches, and there you go. So that removes all that crap, in my opinion. I don't really need that, but if you want an extra clock, you can always keep that. I mean, it's obviously optional, but I'm just showing you how to change the color of the clock in your menu bar. Once you've finished all that, you'll notice that sometimes it can be a little glitchy and stuff like that. So the final thing you need to do is go ahead and simply log out. You can also restart your Mac, but you don't need to do that. Simply log out and log back into your account, and everything should be fine. So I'm going to do that right now. So there we go, I logged back in. As you can see, everything is working fine. You might have noticed before I logged out, there was black buttons on the black menu bar. I couldn't really see where I was clicking. So that's all fixed once you log back in. And unfortunately, there are still some applications in your menu bar that you might be using that don't have a white icon by default, or that don't change by default. And some you can actually change the icon in the menu bar by simply going to the preferences of them, but not a lot of applications have that. So I'll just quickly show you this forum thread here, and here you can download tons of icons. People request them and stuff like that, of white versions of icons for certain applications you might use. And as you can see, some of the applications such as Grow here or ScreenFlow, they still have black icons, and obviously I do want to change them if you want to stick with this menu bar. So I just want to quickly show you this guy, Cabron. He made a little contribution on this thread, and I thought it was pretty cool. It includes menu bar icons for Twitterific, ADM, Better Touch Tool, Bowtie, Droppler, Desk Shade, Weather HD, VMware Fusion, ScreenFlow, Sparrow, and Screens. So these are pretty used applications, especially Droppler, ScreenFlow in my case. VMware Fusion, you might use that, and Sparrow is a really good mail client, for example. So you might want to check that out. And that gives you the white version or white variations of the menu bar icons, which is pretty cool if you want to go ahead and use that. So that's how you do that. And unfortunately, they're not available for every application you might use, but you might want to, just browse through these forums. You don't need to sign up or anything. You can just browse. And as you can see here, there's a few extra for Breeze, Airfoil, PhotoSync. So you can just request them, and maybe somebody will make them for you, or you can just do it yourself with Photoshop. Actually, it doesn't really matter. There's a lot of different ways, but that's how you get white icons in your menu bar as well. That's a little bit more advanced, but if you really want to go pro, that's how you do it. So that's it. I'll thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out my 2 latest videos down there. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and circle me on Google+. And by the way, you can also add me on Skype. I forget to mention that from time to time, but my Skype ID is hvddoel. Yeah, it will be in the description anyway, so don't bother. But just check out the description for that. I'll thank you a lot for watching once again, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.